Hello and welcome to the DeBaiters. This is the game show where Ragebait and Improv Debate come to create a hell of a good show. My name is Zilka-Whalley, your host for tonight. This is Bateman, our red herring mascot. And now it's time to meet our players for this evening. On the far, far left, we've got Mel. Say hey, Mel.
Meow.
We've got Az.
Hello.
We've got Wrenn.
Howdy, y'all.
We've got Patrick.
Hello, hello.
And on the other side, we've got William.
Hello.
We've got Gordon.
Hi.
We have Succubrain, also known as Lex.
Hi.
And last but certainly not least, Spencer. Who is too good to acknowledge us.
Last anxiety.
Hey, I said hi. My mic didn't pick it up.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. All right, folks at home, if you're new here, the game is simple. We have two teams here that are going to debate on a topic provided, but under their noses hides a third team, a duo of Ragebaiters, bait masters, if you will. At the end of the debate, the teams will attempt to vote out who these pesky baiters are. Now, who wants to see the topic?
Me.
The topic for tonight is pies are gross? Well, that's not for me to decide. Truly, it'll be up for these clowns to decide. Team A, which is on the left there, Mel to Patrick, your team is going to be presenting that pies are, in fact, gross. While Team B, Will through Spencer, you're going to be debating that pies are not, in fact, gross. The extent of that is fully in your hands. However, the reputation of pie falls in the balance. So, teams, I'm going to give you a moment, but whichever team is ready first, feel free to speak up, and I will give you a 1-minute timer to make your initial stance.
All right.
You going first?
Lex, is that you volunteering?
Oh.
All right, I'm going to
It's
say
okay.
yes.
I'll back you up. I got you.
Yeah, it is. It is now.
Okay, once you are ready, say the words flopping fish, and I will start a 1-minute countdown.
All right.
Do you want help?
Spencer,
I got you.
You got me here. You got me here.
I got you.
Okay. I'm gonna say it. Flopping fish. Shout
Time's
out
up.
Bateman. It's a real one. Pines are not gross. They've been around for so long at this point. They're literally like classic American food. Why would people still be eating them on the regular if they were gross? You know who makes them? Grandmothers. Are you calling grandmothers gross? Grandmothers aren't gross. That's your elders. Respect your elders. Yeah, so I don't think pie's gross. I think it's pretty delicious. And even if you don't like a fruit pie, there's like chocolate pie. There's like those kind of like sugary pies that are just like gonna give you diabetes, but they don't have fruit in them. There's like a bunch of options when it comes to pie. And then there's also shit like shepherd's pie. I'm personally not a fan of shepherd's pie, but different kind
10
of pie.
seconds.
There's a lot of pie.
5,
Yeah, no, I feel pretty
4,
content with what I've said.
3, 2, 1.
Shout out Bateman.
Thank you, Lex. That was phenomenal.
I just went for it. I tried my best.
That was
What you
spectacular.
gotta do?
That is good.
All right, could I take a volunteer from the Pies Are Gross team to tell us why Lex is wrong and you're actually right?
Don't hurt my feelings.
I'll give it a go.
All right, tell me floppy fish and I'll start the countdown.
Okay, floppy fish.
Time's on.
First things first. Fruit shouldn't be hot. There's a lot of things that should be hot. Fruit is not one of them. Consider also the fact that you could get diabetes if you eat too much pie. It's very important that you take care of yourself and you know what foods you're putting in your body and who really knows what's under that pie crust. Could be anything down there. If you're a fan of Abbott Elementary, you know the best character is, of course, Gregory, and he does not think fruit should be hot either. And kind of to spin off into a slightly different topic, fruit shouldn't be hot. It also applies to pizza pie. Don't be putting pineapples on that. And I know I've been I've been chopping it up a little bit, been a little funny, but I do think my point is very clear.
5,
Unlike
4,
the sauce
3,
inside of a pie.
2, 1.
Thank you very much.
Oh, bars. Thank you, Patrick. Wow. Okay, some pretty compelling arguments from both sides. Obviously, as the host, I have no opinions whatsoever and have never even thought about a pie once in my life. So I'd love to learn a little bit more. So, coming from pro pie team, I would like someone other than Lex to please expand on the following. I was really intrigued about how the implication that pies are gross is disrespectful to grandmothers. I would love some elaboration on that.
Absolutely.
Fucking slay.
I would love to elaborate.
Fucking slay. Okay, you have 1 minute. Please inform me of floppy fish when you're prepared to begin.
Can I give you a pep talk?
Please, go for it.
I'll
I'm
elaborate.
right here.
Yes. Look into my face and visualize the most loving grandmother ever. I've been slaving over this stove, making you the most delicious pie that I make for you every single year for Christmas. Or whatever winter holiday. I'm an inclusive grandma. But it's made with love. It's baked good with cinnamon. Sure, I just made it an apple pie, but that's with love for you. And now someone is going.
All right,
here
your allotted
saying,
pep time talk
gross.
is over.
Okay.
Sorry,
I got this.
it was in the sub rules.
Okay.
Alright, flopping fish, that's the words, right?
Damn right, you're gone.
Okay, here's the thing. Because pies are not gross. They are honestly a staple, as Lex said, they're a staple of holidays, of families. The reason that Lex was connecting them to being disrespectful to grandmas was because a lot of the last things we have from family members way before our time are their recipes. Pies are a huge part of that. You look at the Great Depression, you look at the current recession. Pies, okay? They're everywhere. They're easy. You can make dinner pies. You can make dessert pies. They're a good way to get children who may be apprehensive to vegetables or other fruits, get them in their diet a little bit. It's something sweet. They associate it with something good. It is a family meal. Therefore, you are disrespecting the family. And oftentimes, some of the most important people in our families are grandparents, ergo grandmothers. Like I said, it's disrespectful.
5, 4, 3.
I rest my case.
2, 1. Thank you very much, Spencer. Thank you very much. Okay. We learned a little bit more about pies, dear audience. It's you and me in this world. Now, from the anti-pie squad, could someone other than Patrick tell me a little bit about this, okay? Patrick's made some good pieces about how specifically fruit should never be hot, and thus that's why it's offensive within a pie. But as the other team mentioned, there are other kinds of pies, like meat pies and whatnot. So I would like one of you to, within a minute's time frame, tell me which is the worst, most offensive type of pie.
All right, I got this.
Okay, please inform me of floppy fish when you're ready to start the time.
Oh, floppy fish.
Go.
So, the worst kind of pie is ostensibly from the British Isles, because British food is not great. Let's be real. It's a mincemeat pie. But I said mincemeat, and we're talking about hot fruit. Guess what mincemeat is in Britain? It's hot fruit that comes in a jar. That shit is nasty. Fruit shouldn't be hot. Meat, you shouldn't be calling fruit meat. It's not meat. And all this effort to have hot, wet fruit? Nah, never. I think the only people who like pies is they like it because of the spices in them and not the actual fruit in it.
10.
I believe
9.
that answers your question.
7. Okay, that's time you're ending early. Perfect. 5 seconds to spare. Good use of time, man. Thank you very much. Okay, teams, we've heard a few compelling perspectives, some pretty strong swings on both end. Now it's time for the open floor. When I say flopping fish, you will have 3 minutes. All mics are on. Anyone can say whatever they want to whoever they want. Baiters, this is your time to shine. Are you all ready?
I'm so ready.
I'm locked in.
Flopping fish, go.
I'm gonna tell
like
I'm gonna tell a story
Oh
You're
my
at-
god, go.
You're at a circus. You get surprised. You get cornered by a clown. You get nervous.
Oh no.
The audience goes
Oh my
quiet.
god.
And
Hi.
out from his back pocket, he pulls out cake, throws it at you. Does the crowd go crazy? Absolutely not, because pies are amazing. They're amazing for comedy, they're amazing to eat, and they're better than cakes. I also like to say one more thing. This whole argument of no hot fruit shouldn't be, what are you talking about? We are who we are because of the ability to heat up our food. And that doesn't just mean vegetables and meat. We gotta heat up our fruit. We gotta break down the sugar so that we can absorb it more. Because the more energy we have, the better we're able to handle real gross things. Like minced meat.
Wow.
Clowns don't even throw actual pie.
Clowns can
Yeah,
do whatever
it's
they want.
True.
I would
They
also
do
like
like-
Tigers
in a
full of whipped
plate.
cream.
whipped cream pie, same thing.
I just want to jump in
Yeah.
really quick. On the note of the crowd not going crazy when one throws a cake. I don't know if you're familiar with the work of the DJ Steve Aoki, but that's his whole thing, throwing cake into the crowd. And the crowd, in fact, does go wild. So while Harper Lee, the writer of To Kill a Mockingbird, tells a great story,
Crazy.
I would disagree and
I
have
would-
to say, cake to the face is very nice.
I would
It
like
would
to
taste a lot better.
I would like to propose a counter argument,
Understand.
however, though, because first of all, on the mincemeat thing, I feel like that's more of a colonization and the British people being weird rather than an actual like.
Debaters,
pies are
you
gross.
have
That's
1
more of a
minute.
British people. Also,
Also, oh,
are they shouting for cake or are they just shouting for Steve Aoki? Also, shoving cake in the face is actually well known to be a very bad thing. See weddings. Men don't listen. They put cake in their new wives' faces, and that's not a good thing. Nobody likes that. It never goes well.
extra note on that. I only like one kind of cake in my face.
Whoa! Okay, other side.
Anyway,
Forcible
pie
conversation.
is so much harder to make than cake from a culinary standpoint because you have to make the crust. You gotta blind bake that shit. There's like
Pre-made crust.
there's
Boom.
Yeah, just
Pre-made
just
crust
say
is
you're not a good baker.
disgusting.
Say you're not a
cake.
good
You can
baker.
just
Go on.
buy a box cake mix and be done.
You
10
still have to make
seconds.
that. You don't even have to make a crust if
Also,
you get a pre-made one.
Bright pie exists and it's a sin. That's a real recipe you can find in an I think in 1800s.
Okay, debaters, that is time. Very, very, very strong opinions all about pie, isn't it? Isn't that the magic, dear viewers? Oh, it's fantastic. So now, with what we have achieved in this 3 minutes, Team A, I'm going to say Mel, and then Team B, Will. You two, decide among your teams. Do you think you can find out your baiter just on your own? Or would you like to form a truce with each other to try and catch both baiters? Mel and Will, I'm going to leave this diplomacy to you.
Oh dear.
I'm thinking separate. Unless you really want it.
I'm down with separate. Go our separate ways. Let's chill.
Very heated debate.
We don't need to work with that. We got this.
I'm going to weigh in on only this. Will and Mel, do you feel confident that you know who the baiter is on your team? Assuming it's
Hell
not
no.
you.
I think I got an idea.
Mel seems unsure. Thus, it seems separate forces are the way we're going to go. Will, since you seemed a little more confident, your team will now have the floor. One of you four is not who they say they are. Well, that's a little extreme, but they are not truly part of this team. And who knows if a single thing they said about pie was a true thought that they ever felt. It's interrogation time. However, you all must come to an agreement. Please inform me when you are unanimous. Well, you won't be unanimous most likely because one of you is going to be like, no, it's not me, but majority.
Okay.
Alright.
I just said,
Well, you were
I
really
think that
quiet.
like clown argument from Gordon. I didn't. Yeah, it went fast. I didn't get a chance to say anything. But
That's fair.
Okay, I'll say what I was gonna say. Was my argument was that like not all fruit pies are cold. For example, strawberry, blueberry pie, cold fruit
Mhm.
pies. That's what I was gonna say if we ran out of time. That whole clown argument from Gordon
It
I
did.
had Dean.
was very out of pocket.
Yeah, but it did kind of like, we went to cake, and like I get the argument of cake versus pie, but it is just like a clown throwing food at the end of the day, I suppose. So maybe it was a little bit giving ammo to the other side.
I'm not
Hey.
sure between Gordon or Will, but also I feel like Will hasn't really had an opportunity to like really speak up much yet.
I was like, part of me feels bad if I vote Will,
Yeah.
but I also don't want that to derail me.
The
Because your
3
argument
minutes
is
went
factual.
fast.
That's very fair, that's very fair. I feel like we're pretty solid on it's not me or Lex because we immediately jumped in
Why would
to
you
debate.
feel like- I mean, there was a long pause ahead of time.
Every time there was a long pause, we're learning this.
Yeah, it was because it was either team could go first. So we're kind of in the spirit of not speaking over each other.
What was Lex's main point there?
That it's insulting to grandmas and that they are not thinking about how many types of pie there is. And I listed
I
shepherd's
mean, like
pies
during the
on my
like
reason.
3 minute debate part.
It was that. It was the same argument because I built off it.
Right.
Oh,
We're
no,
kind of a
okay.
crazy team
Same
here.
argument. I think going for grandmas first is a little weird too.
What?
But I think
Gordon,
it's
do you want-
Spencer.
Gordon, do you want to explain your clown thing? What was the
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning to Gordon right now.
Ouch. Well, what do you mean explain? What is there to explain?
Your pies aren't gross, so let me bring clowns into this.
Yeah, pies aren't gross, but like, so we're gonna talk about throwing them. I feel like we were talking more about the taste and like the context of in which people
Right,
eat
okay.
them.
So my full argument, I didn't have enough time to get it all out, was, a cake will spatter and then flop down, but I think the pies are superior because you'll get the little of the tin foil as it clatters to the
Oh.
ground.
What does that have to do with them not being gross?
All right.
Yeah, I feel like you
Unfortunately,
could argue that that's still gross because that's like food on the
Team
ground or something.
Team
Like,
Crow
I'm-
Pie. I'm gonna cut off your discussion time. You all seem to feel pretty strongly. One by one, you're gonna say who you believe is the bait master. William, who do you believe is the bait master?
I'm gonna go with Gordon on this one, I think.
All right, Gordon, who do you believe is the bait master?
Spencer.
Okay, Lex, who
What?
do you believe is the
Holy
bait
shit.
master?
It's definitely not Spencer. I was gonna say either Will or Gordon, but for that, I'm going straight Gordon.
All right. Ooh, 2 against Gordon. Spencer, this is unless you vote for yourself. We know where this is going. Who do you believe is the bait master?
Gordon,
All
I
right.
know we haven't known each other long. I love you. It's definitely you.
We will revisit. Other team. My beloved pie haters. Same boat. Who among you do you think secretly actually loves pies? That's not inherently the case, but who do you think was working behind your backs?
I feel like we didn't get to hear from LyCan at all, so I would just love to see what they have to say on this pie debate.
Yes, I would actually consider myself one of the biggest pie haters. Thanksgiving is my worst nightmare. I don't really like fruit and stuff, but with pies, even chocolate pies are disgusting to me. I think the texture of just pies in general is so unnerving. And it's just, it takes so much effort to make a pie, only for it to come out so shit.
So like wet and gross.
Yeah,
Very good.
nasty, soggy.
And I'm glad we got to hear that take. So, with that in mind, Mel, do you think anyone here was secretly not on your team?
I think it's very hard to tell just because everyone had very convincing arguments.
Hey, anyone else, feel free to throw an accusation. If I don't hear one soon, I'm gonna make you guys vote blind.
I
I got
don't really
none.
remember what you said.
I got cut off.
Give your pie perspective.
Yeah, what's your perspective?
I don't know. Whatever
Oh, that's
side I'm
not
on.
good.
Sure, I guess.
That's enough for me. I know I got my vote.
Okay. Would anybody else like to discuss further, or are you all feeling ready to vote as well?
I got
I
no
think-
idea.
I'm as ready as I will be.
Okay.
I don't think it's as.
All right. So Patrick, you sounded the most confident, so you can start us off. Who do you believe is the bait master among you?
I'm gonna have to say it's LyCan. In our discussions in the chat, they were putting down my pineapple argument, so I'm gonna have to point the finger.
Okay. Thank you. Arma, Wrenn, who do you think is the bait master among you?
I'm gonna say I think it's Patrick because the pineapple argument, because it was so left field.
Scandal, outrage.
Okay. All right. Az, who do you believe is the bait master?
Okay, I don't have one.
No.
Hold on.
What are we holding for?
Patrick. I flipped a coin.
Oh, okay. I was like,
The strongest champion is being fed.
Two-Face over here.
may I know what was
Honestly,
the other
truly in the spirit.
what was the other option on the coin?
LyCan.
Okay. And speaking of which, Mel, who do you think is the bait master?
I think I'm also going to go for Patrick. The pineapple slander, absolute, just unforgivable.
Got
Pineapple
it.
is so good on pizza.
Okay. Okay.
You're all gonna regret making this mistake.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
I left it up to God, so don't blame me.
Let's say it this
Oh my
way.
god.
Shaking my fist at the sky.
Hook, line, and sinker from the anti-pie team. Who was the bait master? Please speak.
It's me.
Holy shit.
It was
Oh.
me this whole time.
All right.
Holy shit.
No.
Okay.
So, let's see if the tides can turn in any way here. Baiter of the pro pie side, please tell us who you are.
Yeah, you got me. It was me.
Round of applause. Round of applause. All right. So since Wrenn was not caught and Gordon was, pro pie team, you guys win, which means your opinion is correct. Pies are delicious.
Yay!
Congratulations. Wrenn, good job on being caught. Gordon, better luck next time, champ. That is all we have for you tonight, dear audience. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode. And remember, this is stage bait, not rage bait. The end.